ChaoRacing 2017 is back and many more from St. Paul, Missouri. And here's host for the most no fooling about it, Mr. Brandonshannings. Thank you, Paul, and welcome to ChaoRacing 2017. How's everybody doing in St. Paul today? Very good. And as you know, we have a very special surprise, as each of our 48 superstars has their own nickname starting this season. And Paul's going to tell us all about this first race as an example of how it works. Paul, take it away. Alright, so here's how we will start off Week 7's action on ChaoRacing 2017. For race number 1. We have Tommy Days, which is owned by his fans as Big Cherry. Then Jerry Lang, which is better known as the Woggy Talk Boy. Plus the intelligent Kyle Leachman, which is known by his trustworthy fans as the Average Joe Fanatic. And of course, one half of the famous Classic Go-Getters is Chris Schneider, and he is nicknamed, can you guess what it is? Yup, it is the Prototype Wizard, that is. No fooling about it. Alright, so let's see what happens here. As always, these races will be held on the Emerald Course. And there's the lineup and the first lineup for this week. And we're just about to get ready on the St. Paul. Are you ready, St. Paul? Then without further ado, please start the race. Alright, so here we go with Week 7 in St. Paul, Missouri. St. Paul, Minnesota. And Chris Schneider is already off and running. Yes, ain't a fruit, and there he goes. Let's watch the other three at the come one. Who will be battling for second place? It's going to be Kyle Leachman and Big Cherry Tommy Days, who are going to be battling for second place ahead of the pack. As the first superstar gets beaters on Week 7's action this week is number 8, who's dominating over the 4 super Chao to come with. And right now, number 7's getting left behind, and he talks for one. Number 2 will gain some ground heading into the water. As Beavis number 2 of this race will be made by Kyle Leachman, who's trying to catch up in hurry. And guess what, fans? Big Cherry Tommy Days and Jerry Lang took a shortcut. I think Tommy Days took a shortcut. Yep. They're battling for the lead up in the front as number 1 will have the next command Beavis. Now he dominates over the 4th Super Chao and he leads the competition in the dust. All the way back. We're passing the 1 minute mark sideways, and there goes number 1 with a second consecutive speed burst. Back-to-back speed burst for number 1, dominating on the 4th Super Chao. And back by fun, Chris Schneider is catching up to Tommy Days and Jerry Lang. What's gonna happen here? Next speed burst belongs to number 2, who's trying to lead number 7 and 8 in the dust. Number 8 really needs to get some speed burst. Number 7 also may need help, but let's head back to number 2. He can say farewell to number 7 and number 8. That makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 1 and number 2. Meanwhile, Big Cherry Tommy Days and Chris Schneider, the Prototype Wizard, are approaching the home stretch. Which one of them will come on top? I don't know what it is. As the next BS will be made by Kyle Leachman. That makes his second BS race, but that didn't help a lot at all. It's better to take 4th. And right now, number 7 and 8 are getting left behind, and number 7 is going to rest as he wakes up immediately when the next command BS. Big Cherry Tommy Days holds on Chris Schneider to prevail an upset to start the week. An upset winning over Chris Schneider, the Prototype Wizard. And number 7 will get back to Max BS, of course, up the opening race of the Week 7's action, and there it is. So the race is over. So we already have an upset as Big Cherry, who had only 1 win so far, upsets Chris Schneider, who had 5 and 1. What an upset. Yeah, that was a great upset. Don't go away, there's more something coming up. Wow, that was truly an emotional upset for Tommy Days. St. Paul loves an upset. Who do we have for race number 2? For race number 2, Brandon, we have Ricky Nelson, which is known as his fans as the Diamond Cutter, and we know that Al Heen Jr. is the son of Licensed Drive. Walter Wood Quickson is better known for his fans as the Old Yonder of ChaoRacing, And we also have the Sheriff Outlaw, and that's Eric Crosby, who loves to celebrate. But he has been winning at all recently. Well, let's see what happens here. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And let's have a chaorace! Off and running! So, these 4 Chao are next in this exciting Week 7's action, trying to impress the St. Paul attendants this week here in the entrance and throughout the entire course of this track. And who will have command of the lead? It's going to be Ricky Nelson, who's going to be battling the Sheriff Outlaw, Eric Crosby, and he's going to rest. And right now, Ricky Nelson, the Diamond Cutter, is heading for the water, trying to gain a lot of ground as he fights for the lead of Cameron, as the Sheriff Outlaw himself, Eric Crosby, wakes up for a snap and he gets the opening toss of race number 2 this week, and number 8 is going to rest all the way in back. So he's going to be left behind in the competition as number 2, who leaves number 8 in the dust, takes speed bus number 2 at this race. It's the son and the license to drive, Alvin Jr., and the Diamond Cutter, Mickey Nelson, who are battling for the lead up in front, heading into the Sapphire portion of the Emma course. We're approaching 1 minute mark as the next speed bus will be made by number 1, who dominates over the 4 Chao for a 2nd race in a row. He always dominates with most of the races. And right now, number 8 is getting left behind as he will take the next command speed bus. I think that's all he's going to get for a while. He's going to be left behind. The son of license to drive, trying to hold on to Diamond Cutter in the front, as Alvin Jr. and Mickey Nelson are heading into the wall. We'll soon know who will triumph at the home stretch. Next PS belongs to Walter Will Creekson, the Old Yawner. And right now, the Sheriff Outlaw Eric Crosby is also trying to catch up with the rest of his opponents, as number 1 can say farewell to the other Chao as he takes a number 2, and that makes his 2nd speed bus race. And right now, number 8 is getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back. Will we get another speed bus at least? Yep, but that's all he's going to get. He's going to wind with 2 speed buses. And back with fun, it looks like Ricky Nelson, the Diamond Cutter, should have a swell room to rumble ahead of the Old Yawner and the son of the license to drive. He's going to win this one easily. As number 7, who is fighting with number 1 for the lead over 4 Chao, takes the next command speed bus. Numbers 2 and 8 are getting left behind in the competition as Ricky Nelson, the Diamond Cutter, wins this one over the Old Yawner and the son of the license to drive. And look at this, number 1 with another speed bus, making his first speed race, regaining the lead over 4 Chao. Great job! Number 8 has no hopefulness about it whatsoever, as number 1 spent the closest 1 hour back-to-back speed bus. That makes his 4 speed bus race, and Ricky Nelson wins this one. That's right. Coming up, there's more Zayash for you. But first, have a look at this. Alright, paulsycamore is going to tell about the nicknames for these next 4 superstars in race number 3, so pay attention. Alright, for race number 3, we have the famous Outback Dreamer, Aaron Holmes. I bet he has a lot of fans cheering on in Australia. Yep, he is Australian, alright. And we have the Urban Farmer, which is 1 half of the Mill Trainers, and that's Howard, the oldest of the 4 Mill brothers of this roster. Then we got Norman Finer, who is the friendly demon. He's always friendly, you know, he smells like a demon, or feels like a demon. And of course, the former Black Friar, who always be considered a Black Friar, and that's Will Linkson. So here's a look at the line, and we wish them best of luck in their exciting race on their quest for victory and for the 2018 title. Good luck to all of them, and let's rock this place! Alright, so who will be the next to triumph in this race? The Outback Dreamer, the Urban Farmer, the Friendly Demon, or it could be the former Black Friar who wins this one. There's only one way to find out. As the 4 Chao eat the fruit, and who will have command on the lead up in front? It is going to be the Outback Dreamer himself, Alan Holmes, over number 1 in the category. Number 1 sees Vikings heading for the 1, as number 2 takes the winning toss for this race. He's also heading for the 1 in the category. And right now it is Roman Final, the friendly demon, who's getting left behind. And number 7 is going to rest, so he's expected to drop down to last place on the competition. And right now, Hal Miller, the urban farmer, is going to rest as Norman Finder, the friendly demon, takes Beaver's number 2 of this race, battling with the urban farmer, Hal Miller, for 7th place, ahead of number 7. Right now, it is the former Blackfire, Will Linkson, who leads over the competition right now. As the next Beaver is made by the Outback Dreamer, Alan Holmes. All his fans are cheering on Australia with each and every race from his Australia fans back home. And right now, number 7 is getting all alone in last place ahead of the back. Or behind back, as number 1, who dominates over the 4-star Chao, takes the next command Speedbus. Poor number 7 back in the back is getting left behind in the competition. He really needs to get a lot of Speedbus if he wants to get back in this one, but I don't think that's going to happen at all. Next Speedbus belongs to Alan Holmes, the Outback Dreamer, who's cheering on his fans from Australia, whether on Facebook, Twitter, or on TV. He has a lot of Australian fans. He has to wonder, with each and every race, can you guide him? Poor number 7 is getting left behind as number 1 takes number 2, and now makes the second Speedbus race. And look at that, he passes Will Linkson. The former Blackfire is going to mess. Better to drop down a place or 2. And guess who's getting left behind? It's the friendly demon North Final and number 7, who are battling for dear life all the way in the back. Which one of them will get the next command Speedbus? It is number 7. He finally gets some help. Now he is fighting with Norman Final for dear life. And number 7 is scoreless, so he's going to be left behind the competition. And it looks like number 1 is going to win in first place. By the way it looks at it, as the urban farmer, Hal Miller, beats out Mickey Nelson for the victory. And look at that, Mickey Nelson would have a Speedbus, but he was prevented, thus giving Hal Miller, the urban farmer, command of the win with second place. Anyway, we have time for one more Speedbus for this race, and it will be made by number 7. That makes it a second Speedbus race, finding left behind in the last place. Alright, Hal Miller, urban farmer, has started with second place, with number 1 in first. That's right, and there's more than something coming up. Do not go away. Alright, we know who is next. That's right, race number 4 is the famous Battle Fusionist and defending champion Joe Pickles. Today he'll be taking on the great Louis Charleston, along with Hunter Brown, codenamed the Black Guy, and the Metro Cowboy, Benny Mullen. Trying to get another win and get one step closer towards his road to repeat. Will he get another win this week? Or will one of the others get back on track on a chance for the title? We're about to find out right now. Let's have a chaorace! Okay, and it looks like number 1 is for the rest, so he will be left behind in the crowd. As our 4 Chao rushing through the rainbow path, make their way towards the palm trees. Remember, anything can happen in the Chao racing universe, just like their opening race, where it was an upset. Anything can happen indeed if you try your best, even with an upset. And it looks like Hunter Brown, who is winless so far, takes the lead over the Metal Fusionist Chao Pickles, as number 1 wins the wing toss as he leads a couple of Chao and does score in less. Number 7 will be going down to last place over the 8 Chao right now, and it looks like numbers 2 and 8 are all heading for the water, trying to gain some ground over number 1, as number 7, who's fighting for dear life, takes Speedbus number 2 of this race, trying to catch up to the Metro Cowboy Benny going. Right on the Metal Fusionist should have the lead, just barely, over number 1 of the Cowboy, as the next Speedbus will be made by the great Louis Charleston, who is catching up to Hunter Brown, the codename Black Guy, and the Metal Fusionist. And right now the Metro Cowboy is getting left behind along with number 7 in the back. As we head back into the great Louis Charleston, trying to get his first win as he catches up to the Metal Fusionist Chao Pickles himself. Poor Benny Mullen's getting left behind, and so is number 7. They really wanted to get some Speedbus, Number 2, Taurus 1-1. Which one that got the next command scheme as? It is the Metro Cowboy, Benny Moran. So now he leads the 4 Silver Chao in the dust. Meanwhile, the Melfish and Chao Pickles in the lead, and he's good. Now again, Hunter Brown command on the lead, as Bruce Charleston takes the lead away from Hunter Brown with the next command speed bus. That makes his balance speed bus to the base. Now he leads over the 8 Chao right now. Number 2 is getting left behind, rushing through the wall. As the next speed bus will be made by just now once, Conan Blackeye himself. Hunter Brown takes the next command speed bus. But I think the great Bruce Charleston is going to hold on for Ace Midway. If he can hold off him at the home stretch. Looks like the Melfish is going to want him in 3rd place. But there's always next time for our defending champion. As the Metro Cowboy, Benny Moore takes another turn. That makes it second speed race. But they take 4th for the pack. Bruce Charleston is going to finally get his first win after 7 weeks. Yep, Bruce Charleston is our winner. As number 8 will get a turn. He leaves the other Silver Chao in the dust. Hunter Brown will have himself in 2nd. The Melfish Chao Pickles comes in 3rd. And Benny Moore will come in 4th place. As number 2 fights for dear life again. Alright, so after 7 weeks, Bruce Charleston finally gets a win on number 1. He is smiling. Yep, that's what we keep telling everyone. And we'll have more exciting action after we hear what's from next. Alright, time for the next race, Paul. That's right, race number 5 will feature the famous steel curtain Aaron Miller taking on Kenny Days, the wise Duke brother of the Days brothers, Ryan Christian, the Christ wonder of the world, and Luke Green, the running soul, who is all prepped on ready to go, trying to get his soul running. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go! Alright, let's see who will be the next one to get a win tonight. As the 4 Chao head to the palm trees. Shaking the palm trees all the might. Trying to get some wins on the board for their record so far. And there goes number 5, which is Ryan Christian. He is going to have command on the lead up in the front. Which one each Chao will prevail in the early run, we'll find out soon enough. As the first superstar gets beat is number 7, who makes a pass for number 2 for 6th place. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition, fighting for dear life. As Beavis, number 2 of this race, will be made by the running soul, Luke Green. And it looks like Aaron Miller's pausing for a moment. So now Luke Green will be moving up to 3rd place. Number 2 is rushing for the water, trying to gain some ground. As next video will be made by the Steel Curtain himself, Aaron Miller. And it looks like Kenny Days as well, so he's better to drop down a couple places for the Wise Duke. And right now, number 1 is still way behind in the competition as we pass the 1-minute mark of this exciting race, which fans know about. As we head back into Aaron Miller, the Steel Curtain now catching up to the Christ wonder Ryan Christian. Battling for the lead up in the front. Core number 1 is getting left behind, and so it's number 8. Which one man will get some help? It's number 8, and so number 1 will be left behind in the dust in dead meat for sure. Meanwhile, the Christ wonder Ryan Christian and the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller are heading to the wall. Which one of them will prevail in the only one? We'll find out in just a number of for now when they approach the home stretch. Next year's blocks 2, number 1. He finally gets some help, but he's still way behind in the competition. And it looks like Aaron Miller is going to something. Yep, and so is one of the Silver Chao as the next video is made by Luke Green. That makes his second video race for the running soul. The 4 Chao are heading towards the home stretch, and that's the Ruiz portion of the course. And right now, number 1 is Willis, just a fine second. So he's going to be left behind in the competition all the way in the back. Who got the next command for us? It is number 7 who gets the next command. And it looks like Ryan Christian is going to get another easy victory ahead of the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller. Ryan Christian is going to lead the competition in the dust. Ryan Christian, the Christ wonder, is the winner of this race. As Luke Green, spending the gold on the making his first Beavers to the race. So Ryan Christian gets another 5 victory. That's why his season is going pretty well. Let's see if he can keep up early in the race. Go away this morning, Simon. Coming up. Okay, time for race number 6 before our halftime break. Alright, Brandon, race number 6 will feature Chuck Dixon, which is the born-to-win person now, along with Dave Miller on the Miller Trails, known by his fans as the Raging Cub, plus the next generation star we already know we love, Antonio Bennett, and Gordon Lambert, the mind reader of ChaoRacing 2017 and beyond. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Alright, let's find out who will rise to glory. Who will get another win towards qualifying for the playoffs at the end of the year. The 4 Chao have made it across the rainbow path, now heading into the palm trees. There comes the coconut shake fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes the next generation superstar, Antonio Bennett. He is one half of the famous Go-Getters. He is currently in the lead of the Cameron, and it looks like Gordon Lambert is Gordon West. That's the first superstar to get Speedbus is number 8, who's trying to lead numbers 1, 7, and the dust as he heads for the water along with Gordon Lambert. And right now in the back, it looks like number 7 might need a miracle to get back in this one. He's getting left behind in the competition on the way in the back. But Speedbus number 2 is going to be made by the mind reader himself, Gordon Lambert, who is heading up to the next generation with Tony Bennett, and the Raging Cub and the Miller Traders, Dave Miller to be exact, who's in the lead ahead of Antonio Bennett as number 1, who dominates over the 4 Super Chao, and Chuck Dixon takes the next command of Speedbus. He's leaving the other competitors in the dust. Number 7, as we pass the 1 minute mark of this exciting race, is getting left behind. He is going to need a couple of Speedbus to get back in this one, and this is the first of them. Meanwhile, it looks like Antonio Bennett is trying desperately to catch up with the Raging Cub, Dave Miller, in a hurry. Will Dave Miller prevail over the next generation superstars on Antonio Bennett when he gets to the home stretch? We'll soon know in a little while. Back to number 7. He was way behind for a while, and now he is passing number 2. Now number 2 is getting left behind on the pack. Gordon Lambert better hurry if the mind reader wants to get a win on this exciting race. And number 2 gets some help. He's back in this one, battling with number 7 and number 8 in a freeway battle for dear life. Dave Miller, back with fun, is trying to hold off Gordon Lambert for the lead to come with. As the next Speedbus win made by number 1, that makes his second Speedbus race, and he can say a Arrivederci to the other Super Chao. And it looks like number 7 is Gordon West, and number 7 pauses for more as well. Drawing us attention here. As number 2 takes number 10, making his second Speedbus race, trying to lead number 8 in us, and it looks like Gordon Lambert has to place all after, ladies and gentlemen, over Dave Miller. The mind reader, Gordon Lambert, beats out the Raging Cub to win this one. Gordon Lambert gets a huge victory. That makes his second win of the season after a couple struggling weeks. As Antonio Bennett, the next generation superstar, will close out the Speedbus for the race as Chuck Dixon can't finish the race. Alright? So Gordon Lambert leads us to halftime. That's right, we're going to present the second half in just a little bit, but first, let's hear a word from a couple of our sponsors in this commercial. Don't go away. Alright, welcome back from our halftime commercial break. We're all ready for the second half, so Paul, tell us what we have for race number 7. For race number 7, here we have Chris Manacos, known by his fans as the Kid of Sunshine, no matter it's sunny, raining, or snowing. And of course, our defending runner-up of ChaoRacing, the license to drive out here Sr., along with the bad boy of the Miller brothers, John Miller, who was also the youngest, and of course, everyone knows the Bobby Mina, and here's Bobby K. All prepped up and ready to go, so without further ado, it's best of luck to these next 4 participants. Let's rock this place! Alright, Albie Senior is off and running once again, trying to help his fans do the job done if he wants to fulfill his revenge and redemption. Right now it looks like he's dancing to the beat, trying to get some attention here. Alright, he's done dancing, and there he goes. Busting down the line, heading into the bridges. He is going to lead the competition, and that's a big lead right now in the current moment. And it looks like the game is going to last. But he wakes up immediately because he takes the winning toss for Week 7's action, or for the second half of Week 7, and there he goes, flying down the aisles. That's because made him fly down the bridges. Now, he's definitely going to have some room to bubble for sure. As PUS number 2 of this race, win made by number 7, who desperately needs to catching up every now and then. Out here, senior currently leading over the Kid of Sunshine, Christopher Narcos, who is in second place at the current moment, ahead of the bad boy John Miller. We're approaching the 1 minute mark of this race, as the next PUS win made by number 1, who is battling with number 2 and for 6th place in the pack. They're getting left behind. But guess what, fans? Number 7 is really left behind the competition. And it looks like number 1 pauses for one as number 8, who dominates over the 4th of Chao and John Miller, takes the next command PUS. He can't forget about being tailgated by the other of Chao. Meanwhile, the license to drive out here Senior is climbing up the wall, dreaming like crazy. As Christopher goes, the Kid of Sunshine wakes up from his nap and takes the next command PUS. So he's sitting in second place in the current one. But I think out here Senior is going to win this one easily. Yep. And number 7 is just trying to catch up. I don't think he'll get any more speed every now and then. He'll fight for the life all the way back. Back to Chris Manacos, the Kid of Sunshine, continuing to dominating second place in the one, while the license to drive out here Senior is closing in on the finish line. He should be able to hold off the Kid of Sunshine, Chris Manacos, easily ahead of the pack. As number 7 gets his second speed bonus of the race, the license to drive, Alvin Senior gets the number 5 midway. Well played, Alvin Senior. Another step closer for his redemption for his revenge, and he is doing pretty well. And we have just enough time for one more speed bonus at the space, and that was made by the Bobby Mater himself, Bobby K, who comes in 3rd place ahead of John Miller, who happened to settle for 4th. Chris Vanakos, of course, came in 2nd place. As the license to drive Alvin Senior comes in 1st, and he wins it. Congratulations, Alvin Senior, and we are back with more. Do not go away. Alright, Paul, time for race number 8. That's right, race number 8 is going to feature the Slim Jim OJ Upton, or OG Upton for short, representing the licenses of Destiny. And we have Steve Wingman, who in fact has 2 nicknames to be exact. You can call him Irish Fabulous Warrior, or the Irish Wonder on the Wall. That's the nickname he used a while back. No matter how you call it, he's still Steve Wingman, our favorite Dublin native. And we got Donald Reddings, the Wishful Child, and of course, the Gundam Star Master, who does the Gundam Star with each and every win of this season. He is the Gundam Star Master himself, Garrett Dayton. Good luck to these 4 players on the quest for victory, and let's rock this place! Okay, here we go with the next exciting race of our schedule here in St. Paul, Minnesota. St. Paul is truly on fire this week. The fans are pumped up, and so is on the chaoracing superstars. And there goes Garrett Dayton, the Gundam Star Master. He leads at the current moment, and it looks like number 2 is blessed. And Stealing Man is heading for the water, as the first superstar gets beat. This is the Wishful Child, Donald Reddings. He's also heading for the water, or Slim Jim OJ. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back. And who will get speed bonus number 2 of this race? We're about to find out right now. It's going to be number 7 who gets speed bonus number 2, and he dominates over the 4th of Chao with that speed bonus. Stealing Man, coming leads for Slim Jim OJ at the current moment. We're about to find out as next speed bus we made by Donald Reddings. The Wishful Child gets a 2nd speed bus. After number 7 took the last one, number 1 is getting left behind all the way in the back as we pass the 1 minute mark of this exciting race. He's getting left behind in the competition for sure. And this time the wishful Chao goes one consecutive, making his third out of the last 4 speed busts he had for this race. Meanwhile, Slim Jim OJ and Stealing Banner battling for the lead up in the front. It's a neck to neck so far, but how will the final outcome be held? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to the Gundam Star Master Garrett Dayton, and he taunts for one. Better drop down a couple of places due to that taunt. Number 1 really needs to get his speed bus. He's going to need a couple of speed busts if he wants to get back in this one. This is the first of them. Oh, that wasn't nearly enough to stay alive. I don't think he'll get any more speed busts every time. Alright, Slim Jim OJ currently leads over Stealing Man, as he will get the next command speed bus. Currently sits in second place behind Slim Jim OJ. And back, number 1 is Chaorace. So he's going to be left behind in the pack for the second time in this race. As the next speed bus will be made by number 8, who leads number 1 and number 2 in the dust. And it looks like the Gundam Star Master Garrett Dayton has made the pass from OJ up there. He's gonna win this one over OJ. The Gundam Star Master Garrett Dayton is our winner. As Slim Jim OJ will close Rusty, failing making second place out of Stealing Man, who finished his third, and Dominance will come in 4th. Alright, everyone, continue the Gundam Star Master. The Gundam Star Master Garrett Dayton wins, and he's dancing along his heart. That's fine, coming on this more song action, but first have a look at this. What a deal! Welcome back to our show. Still to come, we got an exciting main event for you, which you're gonna love. Frank Von Artol is gonna try to repeat as Superstar of the Week, but that's later on in the show, right, Paul? Right now we're gonna do race number 9, and here we have the famous sharpshooter Vince Dayson taking on David Howie, a famous wolf pup who is the 2015 Rising Stars champion, and he's gonna be joined by Rusty Jackington, instant replay of chaoracing, and the lucky charm of chaoracing, brandonshannings. These 4 Chao all ready to go. So, good luck to the 4 of you, and let's have a chaorace! And it looks like David Howie and brandonshannings are going to best. That means Vince Dayson and Rusty instant replay Jackington will have the opening edge, as both Vince and Rusty Jackington are shaking the palm trees. And now they're gonna eat the fruit. And there goes Vince Dayson. He's gonna lead over Rusty instant replay Jackington at the current moment. And who will get the opening toss for this race? It's number 2 who got it. Now trying to catch up with the others in a hurry. David Howie is dancing to me, and he's left behind in the competition all the way in the back. These haven't won a single race so far. Well, he's trying to catch up, trying to at least gain a couple of standings as he heads for the water. As Rusty instant replay Jackington takes speed bus number 2 in this race, he should have the lead in the come more. Yep, the others were all in the water. So Rusty instant replay Jackington will have the lead, but Vince Dayson is rapidly catching up to him in the hurry. As the next speed bus will be made by number 1, who's trying to lead the yellow competitors in the dust. Right on number 2, and brandonshannings, Lucky Charm, is having a hard time catching up. Evan doesn't want to be unlucky. He wants to have his Lucky Charm. Well, he's going to have the next command speed bus. He's going to try lead number 2 in the dust. Rusty instantly big Jackington and Vince Dayson are neck to neck so far, and look at this, it's Vince Dayson who will have the next command speed bus. So now he leads over Rusty instantly big Jackington. Poor number 2 really needs to get back on this one, but I don't think that's gonna happen at all. Next speed bus belongs to brandonshannings, the Lucky Charm. That makes his second speed bus at the base, but he would be lucky enough to get all the way to the lead. I think he's gonna have to try on hold. Anyway, Vince Dayson has to lead a couple as Rusty instantly big Jackington wakes up with his second speed bus at the base. Back in the back, looks like brandonshannings and David Howie on going to rest, along with 3 up to still Chao, and the number 1 is paulsycamore. As the next speed bus will be made by number 1. That makes his second speed bus race. he can leave David Howley at number 2 and number 7 in the dust. And back with fun, this thing should have this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to barely hold on, Rusty Easton leaving Jackie 10 to secure a victory. As David Howley, the 2015 License Loss Champion, takes the next US. This thing prevails over Rusty Easton leaving Jackie 10. The sharpshooter does it again. Number 5 win for the sharpshooter himself. He prevails over instant replay Rusty Jackington. That's right, he's done a pretty good job. He's trying to get back in this one. I think he'll do pretty well in the end. Back in a bit, do not go away. And just a quick reminder before we proceed to the next race, that to be sure to tune in after this week's races to find out our April Tournament of Champion qualifying sections, which I'm pretty know which countries is what happened. Now, who will we have for race number 10 again, Paul? Race number 10 is going to feature Small Beans, Alex Markinson, the King of Grooves, Brandon Shante, who is one half of the Look of the Irish, along with Glenn Murray, the Human Flame, and look at this, Gary Coles is with us too. He is pretty strong right now, and he is the green thumb on his face. Please start the race. Alright, so here we go with the next portion of this exciting week. You're in St. Paul, Minnesota. Come on, fans, cheer on your favorite superstars if they want to get to the World Championship at the end of the year. You can do it. Alright, looks like Gary Cole's going to have command and we up in front. And Glenn Morris is easing in a second as the first superstar against people is Alex Markinson, Small Beans, in fact. And what was that going? We'll find out soon. Right now, number 1 and 7 are battling for T-Life all the way in the back. They don't want to be left behind in the competition. Well, anyway, it's going to be number 7 who gets P-Bus number 2 this race, fighting for T-Life over number 1. And guess what, fans? Gary Coles has extended his lead because he has took a shortcut. Now he really has a lot of room. As next year we made by Glenn Murray, the Human Flame of chaoracing. He sits in third place behind Brandon Shannings, the King of Grooves, who sits in an easy second place in the middle of the pack. We passed the 1 minute mark on this exciting race, and who will get the next command of speed rise? It is number 8, who's trying desperately to catch up with the crowd, and number 2, Transform Boy, so he's going to drop down to last place of the competition. By now, Gary Coles is taking it not right out, but he should still have an easy win over in the back. I think he's going to hold on for an easy win. Next appearance belongs to number 7, who's fighting still alive for the second time in this race. He's still in last place behind the pack. By now, Glenn Murray is trying to hold off Brandon Shannings, King Blues for an easy second place ahead of the pack. As number 2 will get a turn now. Now he leads over the 4 Super Chao and Alex Markinson, Small Beans. Right on the 4 Super Chao and Small Beans Alex Markinson are climbing up the wall. As the next few we made by the King of Grooves himself, Brandon Shannings of the Look of the Irish. He's better one in third place. And Gary Coles has to face all about that, ladies and gentlemen. The green thumb Gary Coles with the squad. I knew this green thumb would be a problem this week. He gets the job done this week. As number 1, we'll get the next command. Let's try to leave Alex Markinson at number 8 in the dust. Number 8 is getting left behind in the competition. As number 2, who dominates over the 4 to Chao and Alex Markinson, will have the next command because he can't forget about being tailgated by the other Super Chao in the flash. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this exciting race, and it's going to be made by number 8, who really needs some catching up to do. I think it'll take some. Yeah. Alright, so the green thumb Gary Coles wins this one. On number 5 win indeed, Paul. Coming up, this one's on yet for you, but first have a look at this. Paul, we only have 2 more races left this week. That's right, the first event for race number 1 will feature the success dude Jeff Dallas, Nick Sidewand, the Gambling Lancer, Thick Ben Thomas Winkletter, and Rachel Hasselhoff, the official checkmate of chaoracing 2017. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Alright, so let's see who will be the next victor this week from St. Paul, Minnesota. Here comes the next group of participants busting down the line. And then now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Thomas Winkletter is going to try to get some attention here. As the first superstar to get beefus is the Gambling Lancer, Nick Sidewand, who is heading 4-1 at the Cowboy. Right now, number 7 is dancing to the beat, and he's getting left behind in the competition in the back. As speedrun number 2 of this race will be made by Thick Ben Thomas Winkletter, but that didn't help at all. Right now, it is Jeff Dallas, the success dude, and the Gambling Lancer, Nick Sidewand, who are battling for the lead up in the front. As the next speedrun will be made by number 1, who desperately needs to catching up every now and then. He's still way behind in the pack in the back. Number 7 also trying to get back in this one in a hurry. We're approaching the 1 minute mark in this time race. As number 7 will have the next command speedrun, thus leaving number 1 in dead meat and number 2 paulsycamore. So now number 7 will be battling with him for 6th place. Poor number 1 is getting left behind and really needs some speed boost. But it's Thomas Winkletter who gets the number 2. That makes his 2nd speed boost of the race for the Thick Man himself. Meanwhile, the set dude Jeff Dallas has accompanying it with Nick Sidewand and Rachel Hasselhoff. Which one of those 3 Chao will prevail in the early run? We will know as they approach the wall, climbing with all their might. Next speedrun belongs to number 2. He can't forget about being tailgated by the other Chao. He leads the competition in the dust. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. Well, he's gonna hit the wall. The other Chao gonna hit the wall first. So let's head back to number 2. And now he is battling with Thomas Winkletter for 4th place in the pack. Oh, Nick Sidewand went a little too far that time. That will probably get 1 of the 2 jump potential of making the pass. I think Jeff Dallas was able to make the pass. Yep. By the way it looks at it, as number 8. Wow, the next command speedrun, Jeff Dallas has made the pass from Nick Sidewand. He's going to get another easy victory. Jeff Dallas is our winner. A successful race for Jeff Dallas himself. As number 7 better to close out the speed bus for the race, leaving number 1 in the dust. And number 8 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. Alright, so Jeff Dallas' race ends in a success. But how will his success bang? We'll find out. We'll be back one minute back after we hear what for this. So we already seen 11 amazing races so far here in St. Paul, Minnesota. But now the excitement is really getting to the extreme as we present the main event for Week 7's action, and Paul's going to tell us all about it. Thank you, Brandon. Alright, for the main event today, we have the Hammerjack, Frank Fontal. He is our returning champion, who did very well in last week's main event in the individual category. And today he'll be taking on the lone rider of chaoracing 2017, Fred Harrison, along with the Harlem Shake Wiz, Efron Kingsley, and that honorary policeman known as the Crime Buster himself. He is Busty Williamson of the Metal Busters. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a chaorace! And while the Chao off and running, this week's main event is presented by Walmart. With more savings, more doing. Save money and live better. That's the power of Walmart. And make sure to check out all the deals available at your local Walmart dealers. And right now, there goes the Crime Buster, Busty Williamson. He's going to have command on the lead up in the front. And what will he be doing? It looks like he's going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar to get speedruns on Week 7's main event presented by your Walmart stores is number 1, who's heading into the bushes of the current morning. Right now, numbers 2 and 7 are getting left behind the back, and it looks like they're both heading for 1. Oh, number 2 has took a shortcut, just barely. But I think someone else has took a shortcut. We'll find out soon enough, as number 1 opens up Week 7's main event with back-to-back speedruns, and there he goes flying down the aisles. And yes, Frank Bonataro, our defending champion, has also took a shortcut with number 2. Right now, he's in the lead along with number 2. As the next speedruns, as we pass the 1 minute mark, the next speedruns will be made by the Harlem Chain Wiz and Fon Kingsley, who's trying to catch up to the lone rider Fed Harrison in the battle for 4th place on the pack. 4 and number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. He's going to need a couple of speedruns to get back in his squad, and this is one of them, but I think that's all he's going to get for a while. Well, at least he should move up a couple places at that time. Meanwhile, the crime buster Wesley Williamson is battling with number 2 for 2nd place of the pack, as the next speedrun will be made by Fon Kingsley. That makes his 2nd speedrun of the base. And guess who's way behind in the competition? It's number 1. His speedrun wasn't nearly enough to stay alive in the game. I don't think he'll get any more every now and then. Next speedrun belongs to the crime buster Wesley Williamson, and he's going to make the pass from number 2. Because the number 2 was positive for 1. But Frank Bonataro has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. No one's going to catch up to Frank Bonataro in a hurry. As number 1 takes the number 10, Frank Bonataro is the superstar of the week for the 2nd consecutive week. So he'll be back in next week's main event for trying to do it again for his 3rd and final superstar of the week. On number 5 play effort by the Hammerjack of ChaoRacing 2017. And Fon Kingsley will get another turn. That makes his 1st speedbus of this exciting race. And number 7's getting left behind the competition, as Fon Kingsley spent the close on Week 7's action with back-to-back speedbus. That time he went for consecutive. But Frank Bonataro repeats as Superstar of the Week. That's right, we're going to wrap our show after we hear what from next. So, before we go tonight, we want to present our winners for the April Tournament Champions qualifying session. As you know, the 4 countries qualifying for the month of April will be our folks in Australia, Iraq, Sweden, and Ukraine. David Carmel is going to represent Australia, Key Corsa will represent Iraq, Armstrong will also represent Sweden, and NFS will represent Ukraine. So on behalf of all of us here at ChaoRacing, we'd like to congratulate all 4 of them for making it this far, and we hope to wish you best of luck in the ChaoRacing Tournament of Champions at the end of the year. Well, fans of St. Paul, that's all the time we have for Week 7 today. A big congratulations to Frank Bonataro for his 2nd straight Superstar of the Week honors, and we hope you all had a lot of fun enjoying our races this week. We'll be back next week for more exciting action. Until then, this is brandonshannings signing off. Keep on smiling, and so long, everybody! Thank you for joining us this week. This is paulsycamore speaking. Make sure to check out the ChaoEmperor channel for all the past ChaoRacing episodes, and join us again for more exciting action on ChaoRacing 2017. See you next week.